welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a full face of makeup only using Wet n Wild products. I am happy to be saying that Wet n Wild is going to be sponsoring today's video, so thank you Wet n Wild. So before I go any further, I do want to mention that Wet n Wild is a cruelty-free brand. They don't test their products on animals, anything like that. And if you guys didn't already know, their products are available at wetnwild.com, ULTA, Target, Walmart, pretty much any major food and drugstore retailer. In addition to being sponsored by Wet n Wild, they did provide a 25% off promo code. That is going to be down below in the description box. I am also going to have a link down below where you guys can purchase these products as well, or actually any Wet n Wild product. So I am creating a full face, like I said. This is the end result. I really liked how this look came out. I was honestly impressed with a lot of these products. A lot of these products were sent over to me by Wet n Wild. Some of these I already had, and then some of them I just went and purchased on my own. But I'm gonna show you guys that you don't always need high-end makeup, like super high-end makeup from Sephora, anything like that. You guys can use Wet n Wild products. A lot of times drugstore products are even better than high-end makeup. So I personally feel that a lot of the products that I use today I love already, and I'm gonna keep using. So yeah, this is the look that I came up with. Like I said, if you guys want to see how I created the look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have nothing on right now, so I am gonna go ahead and start with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer Water. You can like prep, set, and refresh with this. And it smells so good. It does smell like cucumbers. So I like to just like pat that in a little bit and just like fan it out. This one was sent to me. I really like this. It does do the job, to be honest. I've been using it for a few days and honestly, I really like it so far. So I did pick up this Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. So on one side it does have a spoolie, and on the other side it is like flat tip. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows with this. And I love it whenever brow products have like a spoolie, just because you can always just brush that product out. You go a little bit overboard or whatnot. So this brow product is in the shade, I didn't actually tell you guys. It is in the shade Ash Brown. I personally feel like it fits my brows pretty good. Once I do my eyebrows, I like to conceal them, and I actually picked up this concealer by Wet n Wild. This one I have never used before. This is also Photo Focus Concealer, and this is the one that it is. I did pick up the shade, where's the shade on this? Light medium beige. I obviously didn't want it to be too light. As you can tell, I'm kind of tan in some areas because of summer, of course. So I do like to put the product on the back of my hand first, usually whenever I am trying to do my eyebrows or pretty much anything, unless it's like highlight basically with concealer. But then you can just use any flat brush for this here, and I actually just go right under the eyebrows like so. And then I like to just blend this downward like this, and then using a makeup sponge you can just blend that out. Once you have it like completely blended, I recommend setting it, and I do just have this palette here from Wet n Wild as well. This is the contouring palette, and I like to use this shade here, which is like a really light, almost kind of yellow shade, just to set it really quickly. And I do just dip my beauty blender into that and then set my eye. So just a little bit, and remember, a lot of the times a little bit goes a long way. So that's kind of how I feel like with these products so far. Okay, so I did do one eye off camera, but after I do the concealer on my eye, going with the eyeshadow, and I am using this Wet n Wild palette here. It does have like a bunch of shades, kind of like, it reminds me of like a fall palette. The name of the palette is Cosmic Collision, and this is a new palette, so thank you Wet n Wild. I already went in with a transition shade, which is this one here, and then I am using this Wet n Wild brush as well. So I already went in with the transition shade. I'm just gonna go in with this darker brown right here, and then also a little bit of black on the outer corner. So just like this, and now going in with a little bit of black just to deepen the outer crease right here. And then one thing I always recommend is using the first shade, the transition shade, to help you blend out those shades even further. So then I just like to take concealer to cut my crease. I'm just gonna be using the same concealer. And like I said, put that on the back of my hand. Use any flat brush to do this part. So I will just be cutting my crease. And then I just like to tap off any excess concealer that is left. With the same brush, I'm gonna be going in with a few shades. I'm gonna go in with this one here, which is a darker shimmery brown shade, and then this gold shade, and then this whitish shade. So I'm just gonna put them in that order, and then I'm actually starting with this outer part here so that it's kind of like a copper shade. I'm gonna put that one right here. Now I'm gonna take the gold shade and put that. This is gonna be like right in the center, and then taking that white shimmery shade, I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the middle right here. It'll kind of blend in with the gold, but that's okay. We're just gonna try to brighten that part right there. So what I like to do is I take the brush that I was already using and just kind of go over. Try not to obviously touch any of the shimmers that you just added, but that's kind of how I cut my crease and how I do it. I have shown you guys this as well in my previous videos. So I am going to be going in with two eyeliners, and the first one is Wet n Wild Waterproof Black Eyeliner. In the front here. And then for the outer part, I am going to be using this metallic shade here. So this is also by Wet n Wild, metallic liquid eyeliner. And the reason for this is because if I use the metallic on the inner part here, you won't even really be able to see it, and it'll kind of blend with the shadow that I already have going on. So I'm just going to be making like this outer part here and then the wing with this liner. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes. I already have some on this side, but these are also by Wet n Wild, and these are actually super inexpensive. They were only like 98 cents, I believe. But one little trick that I like to use with inexpensive lashes, they don't always look, you know, high end. You can take a spoolie and you can kind of brush them out a little bit so they don't look as put together. And that'll kind of make them look a little bit nicer. I went ahead and did that. They just look a little bit more like flared out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on real quick, and then I'll be right back. So that's how the eyelashes look. At this point, I can just go in with any mascara and add a little bit more. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the face. I already have this on, which is pretty much dry already. So I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation, and it's really easy to blend. I like this foundation. This is in the shade Buff Beige. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put that on like this. And at first, when it's not blended out, obviously it's gonna look a little bit crazy, but you're gonna go ahead and blend this out. You can at this point use any brush that you'd like, not just because things are drugstore, they don't have like the same amount of coverage. This one I feel has pretty high coverage, honestly. And I always like to blend this down my neck. You can also take a makeup sponge to help you blend out the rest. So I'm just gonna be adding a little bit of concealer. I don't wanna look too crazy because it's already a little bit light. We can always fix that up with our contour, but I'm just gonna be adding a little bit of concealer under my eyes and on my chin, just to kind of even all of this out. So I just like to add a little bit of translucent powder just to kind of set this so it doesn't look too oily or too bright or anything like that. Okay, so to bring back some color into my face, because obviously I look a little bit white right now, I'm gonna be using the contour palette that I showed you guys earlier. You can also set with this here under your eyes, but this is a little bit more yellow. I personally don't like to set it my foundation with this, but you can. And I'm gonna be going in with this shade here to bring back some color and depth into my face. Make sure that you blend it very, very good. And then once you do have like your blush and your highlight and everything else on as well, it's gonna look a lot more seamless. I feel that at first it does look harsh, but it is important to blend it all out. I like to also add a little bit under my chin just to kind of blend that down. So once I have brought some color back into my face, I do add just a little bit to this part of my nose right here, not too much. And then I'm gonna be going in with my blush. So this is the one here, it is Blazing Berry, also by Wet n Wild. And then I don't go in with too much usually. Just enough to kind of add some color to my face. I did pick up this highlighter by Wet n Wild. I think I'm actually just gonna go in with a little bit because I do feel that it might be a little bit light. So I like to put that like on the high points of my cheeks here and also my nose and my Cupid's bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my lipstick, and I do have these two options. I feel that the nude is gonna look best with this look. You can't do the red here. These are actually new. They are Mega Last Liquid Catsuits, and I did get the shade Bad Girls Club, which is the red one, and I also got the shade Setter Later. So I think I'm gonna go in with this one. It is pretty glossy. So it is like a gloss, but it does have color at the same time. I really, really like this color. I did also try this one, and I did post it on my makeup Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, it'll be right here. I loved it, by the way. So I do recommend these liquid lipsticks. Just know that they are basically glossy and they have like a high shine to them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face using the same 3-in-1 primer water. And then for underneath my eyes, I'm just gonna add the transition shade just a little bit. And then I like to add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes as well. Excuse the faces, you guys. So yeah, that is it for this makeup look, you guys. So basically this is proof, you guys, that you can achieve like a full face, nice glam look with just drugstore products. So Wet n Wild is a drugstore brand. I love that all of their stuff is cruelty-free, not tested on animals, anything like that. So if you're supportive of all that kind of stuff, then Wet n Wild is definitely for you. As you guys can see, you can achieve a full face, and honestly, I feel beautiful in this look, honestly. I love the lashes even though, like I said, they're only 96 or 98 cents, I believe. But they are very affordable. So keep in mind that Wet n Wild is an affordable brand. So again, thank you so much, Wet n Wild, for sponsoring today's video. I think my favorite products, to be honest, are the foundation, the lashes, the lipstick, the highlight, pretty much, honestly, pretty much everything I use. Everything was really pigmented as well as far as the eyeshadows. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to use the link down below to purchase Wet n Wild products, and also use that coupon code, you guys. It is for 25% off Wet n Wild products. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe down below. Also, go ahead and turn on the post notification bell so you guys won't miss out on any new video that I post. But that is it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!